Hey everyone, Courtney here, your plaid librarian, and I am here back in the craft cave with another project for you. And if you are a teenager, this is a project that you may find in a Hive to Go bag that you can sign up for free at addisonlibrary.org/teenclubs. When you sign up, you can let us know what kind of things that you like to do, and depending on your answers, one of the things may very well be this project that I'm going to show you how to do today. Now, this is a really fun, very easy, kind of a mindless one to do if you're kind of just doing something on your own, maybe watching TV, something to do in the background. And we're going to make a basket out of a paper plate and some yarn. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's go to it. Now, I am using one of the bags that we've been handing out at food distribution, and the bags that you might get in the Hive to Go bag is pretty similar to this. A little bit fancy, but similar. So inside this kit, it comes with a sheet of instructions, which I'm not going to look at because I helped make them. There's also a paper plate and a popsicle stick wrapped around with yarn. And this is what we're going to use to make our basket. The only other thing that you're going to need for this project is a pair of scissors. So first we are going to make tabs in our paper plate. Now, the paper plate has that inside circle all the way around. So we're going to cut some lines into the plate, going from the edge right to that little circle on the inside. And you're going to cut tabs all the way around. Now, you can put as many tabs as you like. However, you need to make sure that you put an odd number of tabs. So 7, 9, 13, 17, you need an odd number of tabs. And that's very important because when we're weaving, if it's an even number, it's not going to weave correctly. An odd number will. So I'm going to cut tabs into these. And when you cut your tabs, you're going to want to create a little space in between each tab. And I'm going to cut that pretty big. So like that, you're going to make a V. See that? You're going to make a V in your plate. So in between each tab, you want a V like that. All right, let's get to that. All right, so I have all my tabs cut. Now you may notice that the ones up here are a bit bigger than the ones down here, and that's because this is where I kind of ended out, and I remembered that I needed to have an odd number of tabs. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tabs. You can have more, you can have less, it's up to you. And it really doesn't matter very much if these are so very different than those. It'll even out in the end. All right, next step is we are going to fold these tabs up and in. This will help our shape of our basket. So we're just gonna fold them in, right on the edge there. There we go. And this will kind of give us an idea of the size of our basket. We're gonna have things sit up like that, kind of a little bowl. And that's what a basket is. Now we're going to take our yarn. So I have it wrapped up on this popsicle stick because that's how it comes in the kit. And I'm going to use that to help me while I'm weaving because we're basket weaving. So I'm going to take the end of my yarn and I am going to tie it around one of these tabs. I'm going to change the angle on the camera so you can see better of what I'm doing. So I'm going to take the yarn, I wrapped it around the back of this, and I'm going to tie a little knot here. You're going to go, if you don't know how to tie, this is how you do it. You keep both sides on one in each hand. You take one string, you're going to go over the other one, under it, and then through, and pull it tight. And then you're going to do that again going in the other direction. You're going to go over, under, and through that little circle and pull that tight. And there you go, you have it nice and secure. And I'm going to cut off the end of that tab because I don't need it. Now, how to weave, it's really easy. So right now, my string's on the inside, and the weaving pattern is in, out, in, out, in, out, all the way around, again and again and again. So I'm gonna go this way, and you're gonna wanna keep the same pattern. So right now it's in, so I'm gonna slip it through the little V, and it's gonna go on the back, and then around that tab, and then it's gonna go in, around that tab, and it'll go out, then in, out, in, out, in, out, and you keep doing this as you shape your basket. And you're gonna wanna keep your yarn pretty tight. So you see that's kind of keeping my tabs up, and that's exactly what you want. You're gonna wanna keep doing that. And you go around and around, and it'll make layers upon layers of yarn. Just like so. So you see how it's kind of already starting to shape up? It's creating that basket shape, the bowl shape, and we're gonna keep on going. All right, so I've got quite a few rows of the red done, and it's much thicker now. And while you're working, you're gonna want to push down the yarn so that it makes it nice and bundled up, that it's got a good solid color all the way through, and that it keeps it nice and sturdy. So we have a good base here, but I'm at the end of my red, and I need to add on the orange. Fortunately, it's super easy to do. All you gotta do is take the end of your red and the beginning of your orange, or, you know, whatever color you actually have, and you're gonna tie those together. Nice and secure. So now it's just continuing on the line. I'm gonna cut off the ends here pretty close to the knot. There you go. And I'm gonna keep on going. No need to stop now. All right, I've reached the end of my orange layer, and you can kind of see how that looks right now. It looks like my basket may be a shallow basket, but we'll see how it goes with the yellow. There it is on the outside. Here's the inside. So I'm just gonna tie up this yellow piece to the orange piece, and I'll finish up my basket pretty soon. All right, finished up with my yellow. So here we go. We have the red layer and the orange, and then the yellow. That's how it looks on the inside. It is pretty low down there, so it does give me some options for how exactly to finish out this basket. Either I could get more yarn of my own and weave it all the way up to the top, or I can do some other options, which I'll show you in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you how to make it so that you can finish off the yarn that you have here. So I'm going to trim it just a little bit so that there's less to work with. And I'm going to take my popsicle stick, and on the last tab, so it's on the inside, and this is the last tab here, I'm going to use my popsicle stick to tuck the yarn underneath the weaving. And that way I know that it's there and it's safe and sound and it won't unravel on me. So there you go. That's how you do that. Not too hard now, is it? Well, I can keep it like this. I can also cut the tops of the tabs if I like. I can maybe play around with the edges and give it some fun cheeky shapes. Maybe fan it out a little bit. Kind of looks a bit like a seashell type of thing going on. It's up to you. Get creative with it. I mean, this is your basket. You can do whatever you like with it. And I think with that, I am done. And now I can put things inside. Pretty good. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed making your own basket out of a little paper plate and some yarn. And I would love to see your creations and what you made and what designs you made. Mine has the red and then the orange and the yellow and kind of turns into white, and I think that kind of looks a bit like fire, which is really cool to me. And I would love to see what color combinations you have, or what you did, or how you decided to finish off your basket, or what you use it for. That would be really cool too. If you have any tips or ideas, if this is something you've done before and you know some better way to do something, feel free to comment down below. Answer on to our social medias and let us know how this goes. I would love to see what you make, so feel free to share any pictures or stories or anything you have with us. We would love to be able to see them and share them as well.